Alright, hello guys, good night. Let's make a new prediction for next week. I'm a little bit tired. Open with the SPY for our chart. You can see that our last prediction was correct. We moved to the 430, tried to push a little bit higher, close the gap, which was long ago here. It closed here, a gap. Sorry, why it's bad. It's here. We closed the gap. The last gap was here, and from there we'd start a reversal. So as predicted down. So what's gonna be for next week? It's gonna be interesting because we are in a fight zone. You can see the price action stopped at this orange line, which could be a bounce area. See there is a divergence. It didn't complete yet. You didn't see the blue line cross the red line. Could be a potential of a small push the upside. See the price making a higher low, the stochastic making lower low, which continuation of the bullishness. But at the moment, even a push to the 416, and if it stay in the oversold area, still again didn't break this 410 area, it could make a nice then push upside. So those are the scenario for next week. You can see momentum is been negative, didn't cross the zero, only one, the shorter one crossed the zero, so it means a small reversal. And if we will try to maybe think about Fibonacci level from here, snap mode, and there are lots of lines. So here, sorry, this is someplace here. The 60 is here at the 470, which is a good area for pullback. 6180 pullback Fibonacci level, and also there is a gap to close here, so it could, even in the pre-market, could open with a gap down, and from there the buyers will come, close the gap, and have momentum to the upside again to retest, break the 426 and even the 430. The momentum is still high. There is a divergence to the upside, so we are not entering yet for the big reversal, for the big push down. There are five gaps to close. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, 6 gaps to close here, and we're probably gonna close this one, make a reversal, and then decide if we have enough power to push higher. But I think it's gonna be this move for this week, and then we're probably gonna try to test the blue line again, and then probably try to close all the gap for September. Let's try to look other scenarios if there are. The first move should be for the 418 or 17 area, closing the gap and then push higher. A good reversal point will be the 416 and 35 cents, and even 413. Any move to this area still will be in a, let's say, bullish reversal, which is good, and breaking the 416 here, closing below, push to the 410. So this area we should be careful. If we move and close below, could make small reversal and then come in here, and then we'll create a negative trend. So like here, should be careful from this push, and let's hope it can hold. So we can continue to try to reach to the 435.80. This is the area of, for me, for the bullishness or bearishness. So we are still in a bearish area, but in a bullish momentum. So be careful, guys. Let's check the 1 hour chart. 5. Okay, it's same thing. We could see that we're moving to the 200 EMA, so this is an area 420. I think we will try to touch this Fibonacci level 417. This is the reversal area, closing this gap for here, and then you could see there from here there is no divergence, but there is divergence from this area, this gap, and from there it's gonna be very hard to come back and make it bullish. Yeah. So this is the reason why I think there will be a reversal, but it's gonna break. And if we break this area, it could mean a big reversal, because this is the beginning of a downtrend, which means we probably, even if we push here, we could have a bounce and then fall to the downside. So have to be careful that, and see that we are bullish here, bullish all the way. We need a reversal. So if we want to see a reversal from that point, a good one, see how it's aligned. A good one would be to the 400. It's gonna be the 50%, which is a nice reversal here, closing few gaps, then try to decide what could be. Let's move to the Qs. Qs, basically you can see that it's gonna close the gap, probably will open with a gap down and then push higher. It broke the trend here, so at the moment the Qs are leading. This is a trend which was broken, so it probably could rest on it, then bounce up again. If we check it here, you can see it broke, it closed below, so the next target is the 316, 17 area. So good bounce again, and then this is the area it wants to reach, close the gap, then decide if it wants to be. It almost broke below the zero for a bearish momentum, and this will be a big sign for bearishness. Still has a sign also for a long continuation. Didn't close, so we have to see if we want to open in green and push it higher, and this push will be the weakest, so careful hit. You can see that our target 334 were hit in my last prediction, pretty much easy. And from that reverse, if this line will broke, so it will be someplace here, but at the moment should be careful. The buyers are still lurking. Probably I don't think they will let it come to this place yet, and if so, we are in a bearish mode. Another big reversal. I don't know if it could break to the downside to 60, but definitely try to hit 313, 305, but at the moment probably push to the down, burst up, and then try to decide if it has the power to continue, or we should try to downside. Let me check the algo and see if says something. So the same. At the moment, seems that the Qs is leading with a bearish momentum. Started it if it can break to the upside. No, even if it try to move to the upside, it will break to the downside again. So at the moment, the Qs is probably gonna move again to the downside, try to bounce from the 320, 390 even. I don't know if it will try to close this gap, and if it will be a bearish momentum to the downside, because if it break this one, it already broke this level. You can see this is a nice big level. Basically didn't made it so far. So if this is the break, we have a gap. So we try to push here to close the gap, and this is what worries me, because if it pushed the gap and then pull down again, we mean that we don't want to come back here this area later soon. So it could mean a move to the downside to the 300, a round number, which is waiting to reach. And from the 300, it could be a good sign for a pullback. I don't think it would reach this week for 300 yet. Let me check something. Because any move to the downside, yeah, it can reach to the 310. Any move to the downside will meet the buyers. There are lots of buyers which are in profit. You can see it here. They're moving to the downside. The buyers came in with a divergence, and boom, they're buying. Moving to the downside, there is a divergence here, and this is a divergence, and boom, move to the upside. They're moving down. The buyers are here. There is a divergence waiting, and boom, up. And so far, move to the downside, you could see this is they broke this divergence, and now we have this divergence. So we have to wait to see if it can break the 316, 315, and at the moment it probably will bounce from the 320. It only will bounce, but it will bounce in a bearish way. So it could be something like this, and closing the gap even, and then moving to the downside. So this is with the Qs. So the Qs telling us that we want to move down. Let's go for Tesla and see, helps us see something else. With Tesla, you can see how it's one, twice, third, fourth times try to break to the 940, fail. So sellers are here, and at the moment, this is what is nice. It seems that it's wanna move to the upside, which is good, because it means that there is a divergence to the upside, and but at the moment, the momentum, let's see, 888 to 891. Yeah, it's still strong. If it push for the short term above the 891, 893, here it could still try to push higher, and there is the power. The last session on Friday, I was waiting for the 878. I didn't took it. 870, it reached 877.50, and it bounced up. It was a good bounce, and now I think it probably tried to reach to the 883 again, and from there try to bounce up. So the momentum is up for the short term. Let's check the long term, and you can see it's double top here, cam style. If it breaks the 850, 845, 93, those below, you can see the pin bar here. it could come to the 766 here again, and there is no divergence yet in the 4-hour chart. You can see the momentum is almost, so another red 4-hour candle, it could make it negative, and it's big negative here, so it tried to pull out all the bulls and make them in a bad position, and then when they sold at the 850 area, probably will push to the downside. So it's not that good. So Tesla give us some misleading sign. From the short term, it's want to maybe push to the upside, but at the moment it seems that it want to move lower. So you can see it here. It's the uptrend, break of the uptrend here, another break. So this is there with the break, close the gap. So it don't wanna leave anything behind open, and so even it should move here. So probably the sellers came in here, the 863, and the stop loss, let's say 950. Let's round it up. So we have $40. So they wanna probably make at least $40. So 820 and even 77 here to reach this area again. So this is with Tesla. So push to the upside, probably push to Qs and the SPY for a small reversal. The bulls probably will try to re-enter, enjoy it, and then it will flash to the downside area for Tesla to reach. It's still strong. There is no, let me check it out. There is no divergence. So it's still in a sideways range. So be careful with Tesla, because Tesla can be moved sideways and then boom, break to the upside or break to the downside. The big momentum at the moment is on a down momentum, but resting on the 870, 878. This is an area of resting. If it can continue break it, 870 will push to the 810 area, and there is a gap to close here. So careful. So at the moment, move again the upside and then break to the downside. Let's move to Apple and see if it's telling us something else. Apple move to the downside, didn't break the momentum. So you can see here the momentum is 168.60. So if it break to the 200, you can see any point here. And from this place, if it break it will push to the downside. It doesn't push immediately down, won't move like this. It will probably bounce and then move to the downside. There is a divergence, and we have to wait. I draw a line here. We'll wait for it to break it, 50 even, see if it's still strong upside. You can see it here, it will reach to the 170. Let's see how it reacts to it. There is a divergence here, very nice, and it didn't finish. So in order to cancel the divergence, you need to reach here, and I don't think in one big move will reach. And if it will move slowly, it means that it wants to break the divergence. So I think it move, bounce, and see if we could still have power and bring the buyers, because a lot of buyers are in profit here, here. So the average price is probably the 160, 157, this EMA, and they probably will take some profit off the table. And this is why we have to be careful. Even though seems that we want to change the trend, and September is known for its bearishness, you don't know if it will repeat itself. There is a probability, the vacation stuff, but at the moment it could try to move, bounce, careful from this bounce, and then break downside again. At the moment it seems that it probably will make another push to the upside, and see it here, see what happened, boom, the upside. So careful with it, the momentum is still not negative, it's there. Yes, the momentum is weakening. You can see it yellow, purple, so it's not like here, yellow. The momentum is strong. So it means sellers are trying to sell position. Let's see if the sellers control this week. I think buyers will give them last fight, then probably will fail. So this is it with Apple. It's moved mRNA. mRNA was amazing. Basically crazy. This is why I don't like it, because it's crazy. We predict that if it crosses and close above the 157, it touch the 158, even move even higher here to this Fibonacci level, and then boom, check it off and close below. This is an amazing. You can see what happened there. This is a boom. Careful, and you can see the momentum was telling us to be careful in this zone. Try to make a small push, and the last push and sold off. There is no divergence, which means that it still want to move lower. The next zone of this area. Wow, see that this is a squeeze. See the volume. This is a big squeeze. I don't know what happened there. It was an information, and now it just, I don't know what you call it. Next area probably here, the 130, and from there try to reversal. So we'll continue down mRNA. Let's check PA, the airlines. See it broke the trend here, and even if it's up, be just for a bounce, and then coming back, closing gaps, and left behind. Check the longer time frame. See it broke below, so bearish at the moment. Come to the 160, 159. Probably try to bounce from there. The momentum, both momentum. The third is coming down. So if it touch the 160, I think that the momentum will cross. And even if it's crossed, it doesn't mean that we are big downtrend. You can see it here, cross. Momentum is right. Even for the SPY and the Q, if you see like this big red candle, push down, something like that, then it will go. But then any big push to the downside, some momentum to the upside, it can do something like this. So try to take out or take in all the shorts, then take them out for a good move to the upside. So if it moves slowly, it will indicate that the sellers are in control. The buyers will be afraid from it and try to put position by dollar cost average probably much lower, and won't try to enter. If they are broke this divergence, not valid. There is here a small divergence, but again, close it, need to cross the 50, and I don't see it still crossing the 50 momentum. Takes some time, and in order to do so, probably bring the buyers from the 200 EMAs. All the markets moving the same. I think all of them will try to move to the 200 and bring the buyers. It's in a good area to bounce from future to buy from. and something else. Yeah, this is 160, 159 area to close this area of gap, and from there I try to decide what to do. It's bearish momentum, and this is the break, so probably try to reach again to the 170. There is a gap here which I don't like, so and then try to move lower. See if the buyer is still strong. It doesn't mean move up eventually, but if it's not, it just move lower, which means that the buyers left the house. It'll be a big drop to the downside. I don't know, not now. Meta. Alright, let's start. Alright, again, probably try to test 164, see how it goes. It's basically the same. There is no divergence here. This is divergence. There is a divergence there. If we try to take the Fibonacci, we'll probably see the 61 area, test the 6180, 165 area. So it could spike it down, bounce and close above the 165 area, and then bounce up with the divergence. So yeah, the same. There's nothing new in the shorter time frame. 165 this is the area, but there is a gap here which needs to be closed in order for the upside. This is a big sideways move. Now you can see this is a big sideways move of $30 almost, $25, 180, almost $30. This is a big accumulation zone. Order for it to come, in order for it to come to close this gap, you remember this big gap, need a lot of fuel, lots of stocks. So with what it does, it's accumulating here. Every time it touches the 160, 155, we'll see a big order. You can see here the volume here, volume there, not big volume, only orange. And now you can see it want to push lower again, and it holds, which is nice. And then see here the big volume, and this is the volume it needs to fight. It needs to fight all those volume in order to make them go out. You need to accumulate probably another week or two, and then try to decide with the momentum of the market after September, probably in October, November, December, to push to the upside and try to reach to the 240. But not yet at the moment. Seems that it wants to reach again here 160 and see what goes. Big momentum downside, not a meta at the moment, but it holds, which is good. It holds. See the momentum low, trying to make a new high, so the upside, and probably will move down and then try to move up. Check Riot and Mara. You can see all the caps moving down. This was a squeeze as we predicted. Move to the 10, from the 10 moving down again to bring the buyers at around the 6 area, which is good. And let's see if we have a divergence. This is 431. No, there is still no divergence. Probably we'll try to move. Let's hope the 6 will hold. And not seems that good, because if we take it here, probably 70. Yeah, this is the 70 area. Means if it goes below, we're in a bearish momentum, so probably we'll break it, then try to come This is more like try to come here, make a divergence, and moderate try to push, and the push gonna take some. See, it's a little bit off, so make something like this, and but not yet. Mara probably the same. Yeah, big already changed the trend. Didn't complete the change, but rest of the 200 and break the divergence here. Let's check it out. This is 40. No, didn't break. Need to break below and need to break it. Broke again. Probably for the break, bring the buys. Try to push higher. Let's see, gold, just for indication what the market is doing. Yeah, gold's fade out, and which is weird because you can see the gold is fading out, the SPY fade out. So usually the gold edge to the market, and it's moving down, and it's moving down now big volume. So this is the break, so probably try to reach here again and then up. Let's check it out. Not that good for the gold. Could be interesting because the gold also changed here. You can see what happened. Make another spike, but eventually break here. Let's check it out here. Not that good for the down, which means that where's the money is going? Not in the crypto because the crypto was down, not in the gold. The gold is taking out the money. So not in the stock. The stock market is a little bit moving down, but could be they're hiding the money, waiting for a zone to buy, which could be interesting. Check the interest rate. Gross, I didn't check it. Let's check oil. It's the stock I'm following. Alright, again the oil. So the money moved from the gold to the oil, from the stock market to the oil, the big volume. And again, so probably they're predicting something. Would be interesting. Hope it would be a spike higher. And yeah, I heard that the big investors put money on oil again. Maybe this is the reason. Let me check dollar index. So this is the dollar index. Second. Right. So let's see. Again, dollar is moving upside. Let's move here. And big momentum upside. Again, little bit no volume compared to this move down, and probably try to reach again to attack 109. And you can see, yeah, money is moving out. Probably prepare for September and moving out from the stock market, the gold, and moving a little bit more to the oil and dollar. And so you know where the money is. Stretch, we have something. Don't see any indication it's weakening a little bit. Let's go to 1 hour. This is a big move. This is the break, probably 108 again, and from 108 you probably see a reversal, but it's still strong. So yeah, let's try to So again, if we try to conclude the SPY, we see that the money is moving out from the stock market and the gold into the oil, dollar. We know that September is known for its weakness and bearishness, so we're probably gonna see attempt to close the gap, and if we break the 424.90 here, close below, we'll next key zone, which is the 417 area. Then try to bounce if we create a divergence. This is with no market by it like this, and let me just change setting. More like it. So the move to the 417 again, try to bounce from there, bring the buyers, and probably everybody will hope to move with a side move in September, not a big move to the downside. There is the 410 area, and I think eventually the price will move to the 410. And if it moves to the 410, break any divergence, probably that occur in the moving to the downside, and then probably try to break again. And this won't be good. But at the moment for this week, I think push higher, lower, and then higher again, and from there try to reach to the 410. This is the prediction for this week. So momentum for the upside is basically weakening, and I don't think there will be a big push again unless I will see a big zone of inflation and then a break for the 430. But at the moment, I don't think we'll try to move the lower up and then bring the buyers from the zone low. And the Qs are still leading. Qs is my leading indicator. It already broke, and this is what I follow. Even in the intraday, I look for its move, and then the SPY is moving and lagging behind it. So this is it, guys. Hope you like this prediction. Let's hope I will be wrong, because I want the market to move up. I still have position high 380 cover calls I made it, so I want the market to move up. So good luck next week, and see you guys later.